What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Rob back with another video, and I'm here to talk to you guys about my first 48 hours with the iPhone Pro Max. Now, I did get the purple edition. It's kind of like the hot edition. I think it was like the YouTuber's choice of like that blue a couple of years ago on the 12 Pro. But I did pick up the 256 gigabyte version. I activated it on T-Mobile. Very simple. It took about 2 minutes to transfer everything over to the eSIM. It was pretty much of a flawless transfer. I haven't had any issues that others may have possibly complained about. So let's get right to some of the things that I really took note with. The display is beautiful. It works really good in direct sunlight. That 2000 nit screen really has paid off and offers a lot of clarity when you're looking in bright lights. The camera opening, which is over the dynamic display, hasn't really distracted me as much as some other people have complained about. I'm somewhat used to it due to all those years of seeing that large notch on previous iPhones. Now, dynamic display is a very clever way of showing notifications, and I'm wondering like how much better can dynamic display get in the future. Now, the iPhone 14 Pro Max display is slightly bigger than last year. It's very unnoticeable, but if you're gonna read down the stat sheet, this phone has a 88.3% screen to body ratio, whereas last year and the previous year had an 87.4% comparison. So it's very negligible that, you know, the difference between this year's Pro Max and last year's Pro Max. Now, the speakers on this phone is excellent. The sound is crisp with plenty of bass, and it doesn't rumble. No rumbling is coming off the back of the phone like you find with other phones. You know, it was something that I truly experienced when it came to Samsung phones, where sometimes if you're playing a speaker, the back of it does kind of rumble a little bit. But for the most part, now with this phone, very solid build. The speakers and everything is right on point. Now, the stainless steel frame has a hint of purple to it, which is something I noticed. The glass back, from what I've been reading, is a little easier to replace due to how it's been built and constructed with this new iPhone. So this year, the main camera sensor, the 48 megapixel, is the big star of the phone. It's a step up from last year's 12 megapixel that they had on the previous two iPhones, the 13 and 12. Now, the setup they have with this one is they still use two 12 megapixel sensors that they've been using for the last couple of years. The sensors are a little bit better based on a lot of software enhancements in comparison to the 13 Pro. And the front camera is basically the same sensor, but it does have a little bit better aperture rating than the 13 Pro. So you should be able to get better low light shots with the 14 Pro over the 13 Pro. Now, iPhone is touting a lot of their new safety specials or extras they have along with it. They have that crash detection and satellite emergency messaging, which will allow you to detect a satellite by using your phone in a compass-like manner, and it'll allow you to send a distress signal, which is something I hope I would never need, but it's something cool to have. Also, the crash detection that will detect, your phone can detect if you're in any type of accident, and it will give you time to react, but if you do not react in a timely manner, the phone will send out an emergency call on your behalf. Now, one thing I can say is that Apple is getting a little better with customization. Customization has gotten a little better. Now, with the lock screen display customizations, which are very similar to me to what Android had. And I will probably be doing some future videos on some of those features, so stay tuned for that there. But I will do some videos on some of their latest customization features that they have added to the phone. So my first 48 hours has been, like I said, a really cool experience. But who is this phone for? Now, if you actually ask me who I recommend this to, I would recommend this phone to people who are on like an iPhone 11 and below. Now, a lot of things I really like about this phone can be found in the iOS 16 update and can be truly be used on some of the used in the same fashion on like the 13 Pro and 12 Pro. So it really doesn't require you to bump up. So keep that in mind. It's getting to the point now where Apple has really gotten everything so refined as far as updates and just the bionic chip processors and everything that comes with these phones. It's almost like you can go, I'm quite sure, I can pretty much say you can go 3-4 years without ever doing a actual update unless you got the money and you just balling out like that. So that pretty much does it for my first 48 hours with the iPhone Pro Max 256 gigabyte variant. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to sub and thumbs up, and I'll catch everybody in the next video. I'm out.